Hi, this is Jason Major with Sweaty Hero Comic Bargains, and today we're talking about Web of Spider-Man spin-off titles. So I want to just share a few, like some of the different spin-off titles that Spider-Man has of characters that have appeared in his books. Now, there was a title called Web of Spider-Man. It was starting in the 80s, 90s, and then this is number one, which is just a one-shot, which came out in 2024 to just tell you, kind of give you a little preview of all the storylines going in. But what I want to show you is like all the different characters that we have had with Spider-Man, and all the titles that he has besides just Spider-Man. So we got here. All these are from the Bargain Bin. Untold Tales of Spider-Man. Kurt Busiek and Pat Olliffe doing this mostly. And this was excellent. This takes place in the teenage years. They are literally Untold Tales of the teenage Spider-Man. At the time it came out, the book was 99 cents compared to like the $2 or so that was for a standard comic at the time. And these are excellent. You can get these in omnibus form, or you can get the trades. And like in almost like not called Epic Collection, but like it's like the same size. Highly recommend this series. This is really a lot of fun, but a lot of the single issues you can still find in dollar bins. Then you have, of course, Amazing Spider-Man, and because of variant covers and all that, you'll find sometimes overstock in your dollar bins. So if you're looking just to see what current Spider-Man is like, you can easily find some of this stuff in dollar bins. Patrick Gleason, I think, is a great artist for Spider-Man, and he's done a lot of work with Superman as well. He's been doing good stuff. This one is Ed McGuinness, and I kind of like his Dr. Octopus. He did some fun stuff as well in Spider-Man. Then you have some spin-off titles. So we got Carnage. I can't believe that this Carnage is Legacy issue 34. How do you make a Legacy series with Carnage as a serial killer? But I guess they are doing it. So Carnage is one of those characters who has got his own spin-off title and multiple miniseries like Cult of Carnage, Misery. Now for me, when I'm filing these comics away, I'm not going to put it under Cult of C-U-L-T. I'm going to put it under Carnage and then put under the adjective being Cult, because that way all the Carnage books are together. This one's King in Black, Planet of the Symbiotes. King in Black was one of the villains, and Venom. There was many miniseries, so I put King in Black and then Planet of the Symbiotes. Red Goblin. Spoiler alert, Red Goblin is the grandson of Norman Osborn. I don't know how. I gotta sort of understand that a little bit. I don't know how old that kid is, because in the comics in the 90s he was like 5 or something, 4 or 5. I guess he's now like supposed to be 10 or 12. Anyways, he's now the Red Goblin, which is he's now the Red Goblin, and this is, and I think he's a symbiote actually. That he's wearing. Yeah, it's an alien symbiote. It's an alien symbiote that he uses to become the Red Goblin. That's why he's so strong. And so he's got his own. He had his own series. Now, when you're looking at the movies and characters from the movies that Sony, I think, could make into spin-off title movies, I think that I would have done better and did characters that already existed that are not villains but are kind of like anti-heroes, and you could have done stuff where you don't even need Spider-Man in it. Silver Sable and Solo are two great examples of this, because Silver Sable and Solo are both mercenaries. Silver Sable, she works for the fictional Symkarian embassy, which is kind of like a Russian type of, one of the former USSR. It's split off. This is a glossy cover. Woo, woo. I love this issue. I give it an A-. It's just a fun story. Steve Butler did the art. He reminds me a lot of Mark Bagley, actually. But Silver Sable is like very tough as nails, and but at the same time, you got to get the feeling. You got a feeling that it's all a facade and a mask. To inside, she is someone who cares about her country, but feels that she needs to put her emotions aside because her country is in such debt that she has to make as much profit as possible in order to, as a mercenary, and which is what she does as a mercenary, to help the country. So for her, the needs of the country and being in profit is greater than the emotional bonds of family and friends. So, but as a great character, and I would love to see Silver Sable in a movie. Solo, where terror lives, where Solo lives, terror dies, or something like that. Solo is basically Rambo, except he has the gift of transportation. I covered this in another video, but the A-. I don't care. I had a lot of fun with this comic book. I haven't read all these, of course. Spider-Man India, of course, comes from the Spider-Verse and from like a what-if type of storyline. Like, what if Spider-Man was, Indian in India? So I haven't read that, though. Venom has had a long-standing... he had a lot of miniseries in the 90s, and then they kind of used that numbering to come up with the legacy numbering. And then since issue around 150, that's when Eddie Brock came back, and they've really... I think Venom's been pretty big for the last couple of years as of the making of this video in 2024. So we got a lot of Venom issues here. Again, all these were in the dollar bin because of overstock. But I've read some of the Venom issues, and I really think they rock, and they're a lot of fun. They've done a lot to make Venom a more three-dimensional character than he was, in my opinion, originally, under McFarlane. I credit more Dave Michelinie with Venom than McFarlane, actually, because really all he did was make a big muscle man and put a smile on him. I would contend that Eric Larson or Mark Bagley, had they drawn that issue, would have done the same thing, like made him a big muscle guy. So I know he's a co-creator, but I think that the character of Venom has really been developing into a more interesting character. What If Carnage and What If Venom. So that's some of the Spider comic books we have today. I just want to show you that there's lots of characters beyond Spider-Man that are part of Spider-Man's web of characters. That's what the point of the video is. Go stay sweaty.